Welcome back to the Survival Gardener Minute. I'm David the Good, and today's question is from Full Metal Bear, who asks about a fig he has growing in his polytunnel in Ireland. So he planted a fig and didn't realize how big it might get, and it looked like just a couple little sticks and a few roots, and now it started to leaf out and it started to grow, and he's afraid about how big it would get because he didn't research how big it would get. So he asks when he should move it or what he should do. So here's the deal. If you want to grow figs inside of your polytunnel, it is very easy to keep a fig pruned to controllable sizes. You can do this with a lot of fruit trees, and what it requires is pruning for shape during the winter and then pruning for vigor during the summer. So you're going to try and maintain the tree smaller. You can trim it back regularly without worrying about killing it. However, it sounds like you want to move it somewhere. So what's the best time to move the fig? Well, you've got a couple of things going on here. Generally, the best time to move a fruit tree is when it is in full dormancy. This is when you would get bare root trees in the mail, say. And there's a reason for that. I've discovered that you can basically yank a fruit tree out of the ground if it's a young fruit tree when it's bare root and it's asleep, and then replant it in a pot or plant it in the ground somewhere else, and in spring when it wakes up, it's like it didn't even know it moved. It is the craziest thing, because if you try to do that in the middle of the summer when it's not prepared for dormancy, it would die. I mean, I have moved fruit trees in the summer, and it takes a lot of irrigation and a lot of care to keep them happy, and it's really an absolute pain in the neck. So generally, it's a really good idea to move them after they go dormant, and you can move them from one place to another. But I don't know how cold it gets where you are, and figs are not a totally temperate species. Yes, they can live in temperate climates. I mean, yes, my aunt was growing figs in North Carolina. You can do it, but they tend to freeze to the ground and then grow back. So if you moved it and then it froze to the ground, that wouldn't be the best. So my recommendation for you would be, if you don't want to prune the tree to fit inside of your polytunnel, what I would do is move it when it goes dormant into a pot, leave it potted inside of your polytunnel, and then plant it out, probably even before it wakes up, when it's getting close to your last frost date. If it's woken up, I would just let it root into the pot for a couple of months once it wakes up, and then plant it out. But if it hasn't woken up yet and you're hitting your last frost date, just plant it out before it wakes up. Take good care of it, keep it irrigated, and it ought to do fine. Figs are pretty tough. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and if you have questions for me, just leave them in the comments sections of the videos, or send me an email, david@floridafoodforests.com. You can send me any questions there, and I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. And so be sure to like and subscribe, and see if I answer your question next time as we go on through the apocalypse together on the daily Survival Gardener Minute. Catch you guys later, and until next time, may your thumbs always be green.